Every day, countless stray animals are abandoned, neglected, and left to survive on the streets. But for the two women behind the advocacy group Strays to Oasis, rescue goes beyond compassion. It is a lifelong commitment to giving vulnerable animals a second chance at a better life. Meet Rachel Imperial and Edith Nyoko, founders of Strays to Oasis, as they share their journey in animal rescue, fostering and finding forever homes for strays in need. I'm Rochelle Rubio, and this is The Advocates, Empowering Voices. Every day, social media is flooded with photos and videos of homeless animals, along with urgent calls for rescue. While many people tag animal welfare groups and volunteer rescuers, only a few are willing to step in and rescue the animals themselves, even when they are already in the area. But two women from different professional backgrounds chose to take action. Meet Rachel Imperial and Edith Nyoko, founders of Strays to Oasis. What is Strays to Oasis, and what advocacy is driving their mission to protect and rescue homeless animals?
Strays to Oasis is a non-profit organization, so it aims to rescue the strays, rehabilitate the strays, and to rehome the strays po. Our goal is to help them reach their oasis, to find them, the strays, their safe and loving forever homes. We also advocate for adoption versus buying, responsible pet ownership, and responsible rescuing, and of course, kindness to the strays.
United by their advocacy for animal welfare, Rachel and Edith met around 3 to 4 years ago. Since then, they have worked together to build Strays to Oasis, rescuing stray and neglected dogs and cats and helping them find permanent, loving homes, even without a physical shelter.
We met po kasi before, we were actively volunteering sa iba't ibang rescue organizations. And then, we just decided na why don't we take the initiative to finally start our own, because we know that there are actually 12 million strays and very few rescue orgs, and we wanted to do more. So instead of relying to these big organizations, we wanted to start our own and then help as many as we can po.
Yeah, our experience with those while volunteering with other rescue organizations helped us actually learn, and we got to know how to do the responsible rescuing. Hindi pwede yung basta kuha ka lang dyan, that's rescue,
Yeah.
rescue, rescue, and then wala na. So we need to do the responsible rescuing para may quality din yung life of the rescues. We don't have shelter at the moment. We also want to show people that even without a shelter, you can actually help. You can actually do something about it. Like everyone can do something. We're all just the same people. We all have like families and bills to pay, but that doesn't mean we cannot help the strays.
Yung difference lang po namin is I think we have the initiative po talaga to help the strays. And I personally also foster them. Since we don't have a shelter and we only have a few fosters, so I also foster na rin po so we can save more strays.
Edith and Rachel believe helping animals in dire need does not always require a physical shelter, but real homes willing to foster. Over the years, this model has proven effective through the support of foster families who care for rescued animals until they find permanent homes.
Common misconception of people then is only rescuers with actual shelters can help, where in fact that we also want to show na no, anyone can help. Kasi
Yeah.
all
We're
you
just
have
regular people. Yeah.
kailangan lang po
Right.
talaga is you have the drive to actually do something about it and not just tell people to do something for you.
Yeah.
Strays to Oasis actively holds adoption drives and works closely with fellow animal welfare advocates. Rachel and Edith explain why these efforts are important in helping more rescued animals find safe and loving homes.
Adoption drives po for us is it really plays an important role kasi that's how people will get to know us and that's how people can interact with the rescues. Kasi iba yung for posting lang, iba yung nakikita lang nila through their phones from actually playing with them, actually touching them, seeing how sweet they are. So adoption drives also help us raise funds for the rescue. So again, wala ngang patago yung mga nagpaparescue. So both of us, we need to find ways to actually have money to pay for the vet bills, to pay for dog shampoos, for food. Kasi kahit i-combine yung sweldo namin ni Rach, hindi talaga namin kaya na kaming dalawa lang. Yun yung big part din ng adoption drives, and it also helps us show our rescues that humans can be trusted. It helps them socialize as well with other humans so that from their trauma, nakikita nila na, ay, not everyone will hit us, not everyone will hurt us.
And we're also very aggressive then with that because kapag aggressive po kami sa adoption, we also can make a space or can make spaces for new rescues. So para tuloy-tuloy lang what we do. So that's why we're very active in posting and on social media.
Sometimes in adoption drives, that's where we meet potential fosters then. So they'll tell us that, oh, hey, I can foster in the future, just message us. Ganun. So malaking bagay talaga yung adoption drives.
Strays to Oasis works closely with Steak to One, a family-owned restaurant business owned by Rachel with branches in Parañaque and Quezon City's Batasan Hills and Maginhawa Street. Through this partnership, the group continues to support rescue, fostering, and adoption efforts for homeless animals.
Kaya po Strays to Oasis, STO, Steak to One, Strays to Oasis. So medyo medyo in-align na din namin siya kasi one of the inspiration then is yung dad ni Rachel who passed away na then who taught her actually to be kind to to the strays. So ang nasabi ko din is that, like, we'll be using Steak to One then as part of ways to raise funds. So let's commemorate your dad by aligning the name of our rescue org to his restaurant then.
It was mine to begin with po. Bigay siya ng capital for me to run Steak to One. So, kasi po ever since, I really wanted to have my own business, my own cafe, pero it turned out to be a steakhouse. It's much better para po mas nakakatulong, mas nakaka-help sa strays. Because actually po si Strays to Oasis is the corporate social responsibility of Steak to One because yun nga po, like, as what Edith had said na to commemorate my dad because ever since po growing up, I've already like liked and loved animals, specifically dogs po. So we had a lot of dogs. Growing up, dun ako nag-focus more on sa pag-rescue na parang before po, nag-start lang ako sa feeding the strays na hindi ko alam na malaking part na pala yun or parang yun na yung magiging start na that will lead me to opening or starting our rescue organization. Every time po talaga na I would go to Steak to One, I would have my staff, sasabihin ko sa kanila na always have food and water for the strays outside. We started kasi po in Quezon City Circle, tapos marami na rin po mga strays doon. So sabi ko, always have ready food outside na para kung shy man sila or hindi, may ready food na. And then, fast forward to now, na nag-start na kami ng Strays to Oasis.
Like Rachel, Edith has loved animals since childhood. A compassion that once made her stand out from others eventually became a lifelong advocacy she continues to carry today.
Medyo ako yung black sheep ng family. So for some reason, like, hindi rin magets nung parents ko as to why I love animals. Like, bata pa lang, stray. Pinapagalitan po ako lagi, kahit hanggang ngayon na matanda na ako, na lagi kong tinatouch yung stray cats, stray dogs. Like if maglalambing sila, lalambingin ko naman. So, lagi akong may ganon. Tapos nagsistray feed din ako prior to meeting Rach. Tapos actively din if nahuhuli ng barangay, like ako din yung pumupunta sa barangay before. So, yun talaga. Growing up, hindi din ako pwedeng walang pets, cats or dogs. Usually kasi dogs yung akin kasi yung mom ko parang nangangate sa cats. So, yung cats are stray cats naman for me. So, medyo information, short story lang din sa akin. Like, I went through a very difficult time like years ago. And actually, yung reason as to why I'm still here is because of my dogs and yung stray cats ko that I always feed na parang if nawala ako, sino na mag-aalaga sa kanila? Given na ako lang sa family yung talagang hands-on sa pag-aalaga ng pets ko. So sila yung naging main reason. Kaya when I met Rachel, na nasabi ko na let's do this. Like this, my purpose, like one of the purpose natin to sa life na to help the voiceless. Only a few people can actually do it, and who will actually do it? So why not us? Why wait for someone else to do it when we can actually do it then?
Edith's compassion for animals was returned with loyalty and love. The very animals she rescued became a source of comfort during some of her darkest moments. For many people, companion animals like cats and dogs provide not only joy, but also emotional strength and companionship.
Ang gusto lang naman nila is maging mabait din tayo sa kanila. Even if you don't have food, as long as you're kind to them, they'll show kindness back.
These animals ask for very little in return, only care, love, and a place to belong. Unlike humans, animals do not understand betrayal. And more often than not, the only thing they steal are people's hearts.
Yes, true.
That's true po.
Di rin sila nagnanakaw
Honestly.
sa money natin.
Yeah. Walang betrayal. Yeah.
Rachel and Edith share the stories of some of their specially abled rescues. Taylor, Mama Lenny, Polly, and their very first rescue, Bibi.
Si Taylor and Polly are hit and run victims. So si Taylor po is spine yung natamaan sa kanya, kaya siya naka-wheelchair. But currently ongoing yung medication, yung therapy niya. Like we can see na may small chance na makakapaglakad siya ulit kasi nagre-react yung hind legs niya. So we're hoping for that with the ongoing therapy. Mama Lenny is actually an abandoned blind mama dog. She was abandoned with her puppies before. Until now, actually, is confined pa rin siya sa vet, ongoing medications pa rin, and we're still struggling to find a foster who can take care of them. So medyo ongoing yung bill namin sa kanya. Si Polly naman po, one of our fosters was the one who actually saw her. So sa tapat siya ng bahay nila, tapos narinig na lang niya is may dog na umiiyak. Tapos sobrang sakit sa puso nung cries niya na when she reported Polly to us, sinabi na namin ni Rich, parang dalhin na yan sa vet. Go straight to the vet. We were just starting out, and yung hindi namin maintindihan like paano yung funding nito, big case to, like kaya ba natin to? Pero naisip na lang namin was dalhin na yan. Like, she's in so much pain. Take her to the vet, tas we'll just figure out along the way. Very first rescue namin siya si Bibi. Same case ni Polly, pero with Bibi naman, may mahaba pa siyang slit dito. Pilay siya kasi hit and run din. May mahaba pa siyang slit dito, tas open siya. Bibi was one of is the very first rescue. So parang medyo, hindi na namin siya up for adoption kasi na-capture na niya yung hearts namin. She survived.
Yes po.
So, nag-surgery siya dito. So, with Polly, we had, may titanium steel leg siya. Ngayon is, nakakapaglakad na siya. But then, after a few months after the surgery, na-discover na may cancer siya, which is yung TVT naman. So, kaya during adoption drive, sinasabi namin na Polly is actually our Nepo baby. Kasi 250,000 yung bill niya. So, that's just one dog. So, pero yung sweetness niya is sobrang crazy.
Out of this world.
Everyone will just fall in love. Madali siyang manakaw, actually. Kasi sasama siya kahit kanino. We have high hopes for Taylor naman na he'll be able to walk again soon. Hopefully soon. Or like a few months with lots of therapy and patience din. Si Bibi is nasa, 70,000, 80,000 plus 30,000, 100 plus thousand.
100 plus. 140 din mga ganun. Yeah, actually, yun po yung since BB was our very first rescue, nagulat din kami na, oh my gosh, 140,000. So, paano to? And then, dun na po ako parang nag-create ng Stake for Apo initiative from Stake to One. So, we're very blessed that it gained traction. We were able to fully pay the 100 plus thousand na vet bill ni BB po. So we're very grateful po talaga dun sa mga customers and sa mga nag-donate, sa mga nag-buy because we were able to save BB.
Despite overwhelming veterinary expenses, the two remained committed to giving these animals a second chance through resourcefulness, dedication, and love.
Hindi talaga namin naintindihan kung paano namin natawid yan.
True, true. Kasi for me po, it comes naturally. Kasi nga, I know in myself na I really love to help animals, ganyan. Pero more so, very passionate po ako about saving or rescuing the strays, ganyan. So, yun po. So, sabi ko, sige, corporate social responsibility natin to save or rescue the strays. Kasi nga po, it comes really naturally for me.
To help sustain their rescue efforts, Rachel and Edith also sell advocacy merchandise, including shirts and tote bags featuring designs that promote animal welfare and responsible pet ownership.
We also carry our merch. So what I'm wearing right now po, ayan, please break for animals. Para ano din siya, it's also raising an awareness for people to break for animals, no? Hindi lang porket animals lang sila, no, babanggain na natin. Kasi talaga minsan yung iba po talaga, they don't care. They couldn't care less. Like, parang walang buhay yung mga animals. So, yun po, one of them is selling merch, and then different kinds of merch. So from t-shirts to tote bags, we also sell when we have adoption drives and fundraising, we have ano yun, dehydrated pet treats and then cookies from Steak to One din po. So all profits will go towards Strays to Oasis for the vettings po, for the basic necessities like food, mga ganyan, pet transportation, pupunta po sila ng mga veterinary for their vaccination, updated vaccination, gano'n.
Like ups. Okay.
Yeah.
Yung shirt po ni Rach is actually donated to us by Kate Bravo naman. So she told us that she'll donate her design, tapos we can put it on the merch kasi that's our Polly t-shirt. We were raising funds for Polly kasi nga po 250,000 siya.
Yeah.
So she donated that design. So sobrang thankful naman kami kay Kate Bravo kasi between me and Rachel, hindi po kami ganun
Wala.
ka-creative.
Yeah.
Hanggang technical po. Actually, this one din po yung shirt is another. Ay,
Ayan, ayan. Support the
Ah,
rescues, adopt a
cute.
stray po, parang
Oo,
gano'n.
Yeah.
pabili
So
nga
it's
niyan.
it
So
spells
kung bibili
stray. Steak to One po.
Or Steak to One branches po. Actually, may mga nagbabay po from other provinces. So, pinapa-JNT na lang po namin, gano'n.
With the growing reach of Strays to Oasis online, do they monetize their advocacy page?
For some reason po kasi nawawala yung monetization namin sa Facebook eh. Like last year we had $20. Tapos bigla siya nag-zero. We do fundraising then. So, donations minsan online, pero kasi hit and miss po talaga when it comes to donations, may days na meron, may days na wala talaga. That's why we have yung merch then and yung Steak to One din talaga. And most of the time po,
personal pocket.
Personal pocket talaga namin. Majority of the time, personal pocket namin siya.
Most of the funds used for the rescue efforts come from their own pockets. Despite the financial burden, Edith and Rachel say what matters most is the welfare and recovery of the animals they save.
Ang nasa isip na lang namin is we want our rescues to have the life that they deserve. Yung habang nasa care namin sila, they won't feel hungry, they won't feel neglected, they won't feel scared anymore. So kahit maglabas kami ng pera, buhay pa naman kami.
Yeah.
Pares-pares.
God will provide po.
Yes.
How many rescued animals are currently under foster care through Strays to Oasis?
Currently po, I think we have around 15 at the moment. 15. Since dumami din po yung adoptions namin last time with Ayala 30th. So nabawasan na po kami into 15. Sunod-sunod na nung long weekend po, yung 3 days na long weekend, adoption din po yun. So nag-travel po ako to Antipolo. I live in Parañaque. So nag-travel ako to Antipolo for an adoption. The next day is another adoption naman sa BF Homes Steak to One. So, pagod pero sobrang sarap sa feeling na makita na they finally have their homes, they're finally like may family na sila na forever. Kasi sa amin naman is temporary kami since fostering kami. We want them to feel yung family talaga, yung forever na sa kanila, forever na nila mamahalan. They won't have to adjust to another home, to another people naman.
As a nonprofit organization, how challenging is it to sustain their animal welfare advocacy?
We can't rely naman po talaga on donations. Parang we just do what we can po. And then we're very lucky then with our vet na they're very patient din with us. Kung ano lang po muna yung kaya namin.
Ang isa pa pong iniisip namin lagi is, for example, Mama Lenny and Pebbles are still confined. Like, not just yung vet bill din yung iniisip namin pero yung blood work nila is still not improving. So, hindi rin namin maintindihan to what's wrong, like, paano tayo magiging healthy. Kasi at the end of the day, we want all our rescues to be healthy and happy. So, dagdag din yun sa kailangan namin isipin na ano pa ba kailangan? Ano pa ba, saan pa ba kami nagkukulang? Like, paano pa natin papag-ayusin yung health nila para happy na sila, hindi na yung laging mababa yung CBC, laging ganun po kasi ngayon eh.
Rachel and Edith continue to balance the financial demands of rescue work with the emotional toll of caring for animals battling severe injuries and illnesses. Along the way come heartbreaks, including the possibility of losing a rescue despite their efforts. But between the financial burden and the emotional fatigue, what weighs heavier on them?
Parang
Fin-
both po.
Financial pressure adds to the emotional fatigue.
Yes, correct.
Kasi, like, at the end of the day, if madami tayong pera, hindi natin iisipin yung bills. Hindi na, like, sige, kahit 1 year sa vet yan, basta gumaling, okay lang.
Yeah.
Pero, yun, it's emotionally, mentally, financially exhausting
Great. Yes.
and draining. Given na, yun nga po, may day jobs kami, may bills to pay, Meralco bills na hindi natin
Yeah.
naiintindihan, 4
Yeah.
bills na kailangan natin i-sustain din. So, like, draining siya.
Rachel and Edith may appear cheerful and optimistic, but behind the scenes comes stress, pressure, and emotional exhaustion. What keeps them going, and have they ever considered giving up?
All the time po, to be honest, all the time. It's really not for the faint of heart. Yung talagang, I think, nandito pa rin kami because we're very committed. Malaki po yung sense of responsibility namin to our rescues and to our team because hindi lang naman po yung rescues yung nag-rely sa amin. We also have a pet transport, of course, na binabayaran din po namin. And at the end of the day, it's all about our rescues. There are our anchors and they keep us grounded po talaga. And kahit sobrang hirap, sobrang hirap po talaga, nakakaiyak. But when you see them na from when we rescue them to dropping them off to their forever homes or yun nga po yung nangyari kay Bibi na ganong kalagayan to eventually nakakalakad na siya and then gumaling na rin po siya is what really keeps us or what helps us go through this difficult times.
Pati po yung yung parang seeing our rescues na if we didn't help them, malaki chance na wala na sila ngayon. Especially yung my first three rescues po kami, si Levi, Mikasa, and Levina. When we rescued them, they were literally skin and bones. As in, walking skeleton na sila. Yung mata nila was so big na kasi talagang skull na lang nila yon. Sobrang neglected sila nung past owner. Tapos ngayon, matataba na sila. Like, eventually, they'll be up for adoption na din. So, yung difference nun talaga, yung parang, oh, sige, nakakapagod to, pero ito sila ngayon. Like, very, very happy sila. Very spoiled sila ng foster moms. Like, yun talaga. Tapos, parang, if course, si Rachel is hirap na, ako naman, yung hindi, kaya natin ito. God will provide. For some reason naman, God provides talaga.
God provides talaga.
We meet, donors who really helps us out. We meet, like, biglang may nagdo-donate ng malaking halaga, may magdo-donate ng food, like even food in-kind donations, like sobrang saya na namin when we receive in-kind donations, especially when we were just starting out. Iniiyakan namin ni Rach every time may nagdo-donate sa amin, like 500 pesos na donation, like, oh my God, someone loves our rescue na, someone donated for our rescue. So yun yung nagiging anchor talaga namin to like push natin to, ngayon lang to mahirap, eventually magiging okay din. Pero big organizations din naman po, they also struggle. Like all organizations naman struggle financially din. Pati may times din po na if kung question ng tao yung donations nila, we are open, we're very transparent naman. If you want to see yung vet bills na binayaran namin sa vet or yung receipts ng food, like it's okay with us kasi wala wala talaga kaming monetary gain ni Rach dito. Kami talaga yung naglalabas ng pera. So, if people wants to know like what happened to our donation, here po, we're willing to show you or we'll give you the receipts. If you want to talk to the vet, we'll tell you who our vet is. Parang we're very, very open.
Minsan nga po, kunwari ayaw nilang i-pass sa amin, which is okay, we understand. So, bibigyan na lang din po namin yung QR code ni vet para diretso na po doon.
Pagod lang.
Sana-
Pagod lang,
Pagod lang.
pero lalaban pa din.
Be-breakdown lang po and then laban ulit the next day.
The two say they have no favorites among their rescues, having grown attached to each one. But how difficult is it to let go once the animals finally get adopted?
Ang nakailang iyak na po kami. Parang halos every adoption, umiiyak po kami. Kahit hindi po nakatira sa amin yung rescue. Pero the fact that we saw them, we saw how they bloomed, and then we can actually give them to their own version of their oasis. Like sobrang yun yung bittersweet moment na we're happy that you're adopted but we will miss you. Ganun moment siya. Pati our rescues have different stories. So you'll fall in love with all their stories. Different stories po din talaga sila. Like,
Yeah.
iba't ibang story. Tapos lahat sila, parang love lang talaga ibibigay mo kasi ayaw mo nang ma-experience nila yung ganong klaseng background ulit. Tapos, like, yung si Jack namin, meron kaming si Jack na medyo big aspin siya. Tapos, during adoption drive, sinasabi ng mga tao, ay, gusto kong gawing bantay yan, bantay. So, parang kami, excuse me, bantay? No. Ang hindi nila alam is Jack is one of the sobrang scaredy cat niya. First loud sound, iiwanan ka niya. Tatakbo siya to safety. Like, bye mom. Ganun siya. Medyo
No po,
like,
siya?
ano ba?
Neglected.
Neglected.
Yeah, neglected po.
Pero
Tas-
naging, din very spoiled sa foster mom and very sheltered ni foster mom. Kaya, alam niyang iproprotect siya ng humans. No matter what. So, yung isa, tapos we have yung Polly nga and her story, we have Taylor, we have yung mga puppies then who was actually abandoned and then we help them. So, different stories, different ways to fall in love with them. Kaya wala talaga kaming favorites.
And while balancing rescue work, rehabilitation efforts, adoption drives, and their own careers, how do they manage their schedules and social lives?
Sa amin po, when we started, talaga nagtulungan kami ni Rach. If Rach is busy, ako nag-handle ng rescues. If ako yung busy, siya yung nag-handle ng rescues. Tapos lately, sobrang nahirapan kami. Kaya may times na hindi talaga kami nakakapag-post kasi dalawang jobs ko, tapos multiple businesses si Rachel. Pero like God gave us this angel na yung one of our very, very trusted friend and volunteer na si Janice naman. With her, like if you'll go to our events, lagi siya nandun with her dog Chewy. Tapos she helps us out with postings. She helps us with answering some of the messages. Like sobrang big help niya sa amin. And medyo mahirap din kasi kami magtiwala to other people with regards to like giving them access to the page. Kaya kasi like yung iba nahahack yung pages. So if nahack yung page namin, sino yung magsasuffer? Like, hindi naman kami. Yung rescues, kasi sila yung hindi ma-showcase. So, with us trusting her, tapos she's really willing to help us out and kaya niya talaga mag-multitask.
Yeah.
Yun.
And walang kapalit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Medyo nakakatawa kami ni Rich sa gabi minsan ng 8 hours kasi nandiyan si Janice to like, hey guys, may nag-message. Nandiyan siya to remind us na guys, kita tayo nagpo-post. Minsan siya na yung nagpo-post. So big help talaga yung pag-volunteer niya sa amin.
Strays to Oasis follows a careful adoption process to ensure that rescued animals are placed in loving and responsible homes.
Hindi naman lahat ng tao are parang may mabuting hangarin for the rescues for the strays. We're very grateful din dun sa mga nakakaintindi na why we're being strict or why we have mga contracts and then may mga requirements.
Requirements po namin yung valid government ID, tapos yung video ng house, kasi that's where we see kung safe living environment pa. If nakita namin may cage, ay bakit po kayo may cage? Like, we don't allow our rescues to be caged or leashed like the whole day. As much as possible, we want them free roaming. Kung paano namin sila alagaan, we want the adopters to take care of them the same way and more, not
Yeah.
less. Tapos we also have yung, if yung huge advocacy kasi namin is fully vaccinate your animals. So magkano lang ba yung vaccines compared sa vet bills? Yun lang, dun mo lang talaga i-gauge it. Tapos we also have yung financial proof of financial income. Others dito parang private naman to, confidential to. Yung response lang namin dun is, that's okay. Then you can't adopt from us. It's okay naman if you don't want to show. We just want to be assured na kaya ninyong bumili ng dog food, kaya ninyong magpa-vet. We don't look at the amount sa income. We just want to know if you're able, if may capacity ka to give them the basic needs. Tapos after naman nun, may short interview as to yung makikita namin if genuine ba. Kasi it's different when you actually talk to people versus when you just chat with them. So yung one-on-one conversations is where we can determine if talagang may gusto niya yung rescue, if gagawin lang niyang bantay.
Edith and Rachel talk about the lovable traits of Aspins or Asong Pinoy and why they deserve the same love and care given to any breed.
Super sweet ng Aspins, like yung loyalty nila sa'yo.
Yeah.
It's crazy talaga.
Sobrang loyal, sobrang talino, mabilis matuyo yung mga fur nila, yung coat nila. So I think kulang lang talaga rin po yung awareness para makita ng mga tao yung beauty of Aspins.
In their view, curbing animal cruelty starts with compassion, education, and responsible pet ownership.
By spreading awareness about animal cruelty is actually punishable by law. Yung setting an example then to be kind to strays, like yung stray feeding. If people see na strays are not to be feared of, kasi diba, iba po, ay, kakagatin na ako ng aso, ay, kakalimutin na ako ng pusa. Like, if we show people that they're actually very sweet creatures, that parang huwag kayong matakot dyan. Tapos, yung spreading awareness talaga sa, ang dami na din naman ngayon na nagsa-circulate na animal cruelty videos na punished by the law talaga, yung may fines, yung nakukulong. So, more of like, speaking out about it then, tas we collaborate then with solo rescuers, we help them out. Tas yung vets then, mga ganun po.
Through Strays to Oasis, Rachel and Edith continue to call on the public to be kinder to animals and to share responsibility in protecting their welfare.
Parang yung lagi din sinasabi ni Potion Project as yung one of our like inspirations, yung always be kind, choose kindness then. Hopefully that they'll also be inspired na you don't need a shelter to actually make a difference. You can help a stray. Like, hindi naman kailangan 15 agad. Like, paisa-isa, you can help 1 or 2. Tas, who knows, you'll fall in love, you'll adopt them, and you actually really change their life. With the right intentions, the universe will provide the right people and the right resources for you. Like, I'd never in a million years would I expect na I would meet someone like Rachel na who has the same advocacy, who is also very kind. Like black sheep ako na family. Like, for me, ako, mag-isa lang ako na nagka-care. So when I met Rachel, iba din talaga.
Wag lang puro awa, gawa din. So gawa din. We can't save them all, but kahit one stray or one rescue lang po yung ma-help natin, no, na meron tayong initiative. That means a lot na po for the rescue or for the stray.
Ano siya, community effort. Rescuing is actually a community effort. They shouldn't rely on rescuers. Like, everyone can
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, and break for animals.
Please break for animals po.
Rachel and Edith, animal welfare is a shared responsibility. Through rescue, fostering, and adoption, Strays to Oasis continues to prove that even without a shelter, anyone can change and save a life, one stray at a time. This has been Michelle Rubio for today's The Advocates. Join me again next Friday, right here on Capital 104.3.
This is where the voices of the voiceless are heard. The Advocates, Empowering Voices. Hosted by Rochelle Rubio on Capital 104.3